Was wondering, maid's back.
Just now. She's planning to set up a workshop in the stores. Here's the list. Think you can find...
This lot? Wouldn't be much of a trader if I couldn't.
Excellent. As for payment...
It's paid. 100 times over by what that girl's done for us. If it weren't for her filters, we'd have naught to drink but blight water. And that would have...
Indeed it would.
I'll send the stuff on.
Thank you. That just leaves the carpenter. Let's see if Bardolph's available.
Well, don't just stand there gawping. Quite the opposite. Like father, like daughter. Go on, then. It'd better all be here. You'll not find a better price than that.
What do you need? Summer storm now. So, what'll it be? Not bad, if I do say so myself. And how am I meant to do that then? And?
It's all right. See, there's nothing.
Do with a good oil in this, could?
Should be enough. How do, man?
Bardolph. Maid's looking to build a workshop in the storeroom. And she needs the aid of a skilled cop. So naturally I thought of you.
Well, I'd love to help the young miss however I can. But I'm afraid I got my hands full just keeping this place afloat. I'd gladly spare Mid all the time I have. It don't have to be me, though, does it? You know, the one over at Martha's.
That's right. I'll ask Martha if she can spare him.
Ah, Clive, what brings you to the rest?
Our home finds itself in need of an extra carpenter. I wondered if I might be able to borrow Bernard for a short while.
I don't mind if he don't.
Thank you, Martha.
He went up to Cressida on business. No idea what, mind. Far as I know, he's...
I'll look for him there.
stay sharp.
Naught but wild beasts, this end. All their twisted talons.
If it ain't the lad who saved my life. What brings you to a place like this?
You do, Bernard. Martha said I might find you here.
Oh. Building a workshop, you say? Well, that beats tacking boards to bridge. And, if Martha didn't mind me being...
Of course.
Well, that there is Cressida, where I grew up. But I came up here hoping to visit. I even patched up the bridge to get across. But you're a dab hand when it comes to dealing with beasts and bogles, ain't you?
It's the least I can do.
Thank you. Kindly.
This shouldn't take long. That should do it.
Thank you, son. Now my
How long is it since the...
Oh, people started packing their things after the Dutch. Must be nigh on a decade since. Oh, it may as well have been a century.
I'm sorry.
Ah, don't be. Soon as I'm done saying a prayer for those that raised me, it's on to your hideaway. I'll meet you there.
That should take care of Mid's little list. Better head back before she thinks of anything else. Let's go.
Yeah!
take the bull by the horns. That's better. Nice try. Pressure already. Nice try. Too slow. Nice try. Well, the locals will sleep easier without him at their gate.
little uns have been up to their old tricks again.
Shouldn't you be getting some rest, Sid?
All right, Clive?
I am. I've placed your various orders and a carpenter, but...
That's brilliant.
Is there...
Nope. Blackthorn and Lady Karen have already sent over everything I asked for, and I've got all my plans drawn. So as soon as Bernard gets it...
That's my good deed for the day done. Let's see how Jill's faring.
Clive.
Talia.
Recovering.
Of course, take good care.
I'll do my best. Oh, Gav was looking for you.
The shelves. Oh, that's right. He went to ask. He must have found... You have the look of a man with the twins upon his shoulders, Rodriguez.
Talia has tasked me with removing a Cursebreaker's brain. I don't think... I'm afraid of what happens if I fail. You survived, I know, but is it really worth them?
You don't need me to answer that. I hope as much as you that one day bearers can walk among others as equals. But until... And we must lift that burden. The operation may be dangerous, but it's also essential.
I know. I still wish there was... But griping about my lot helps no.
I know you will.
Unfortunately, the first thing that needs doing is the preparation of a draft to dull the pain.
Just tell me what you need.
No one knows herb law like Talia, and she swears by ammonia for easing pain. And fortunately for you, I do. Along the river near the village of Amber over in Rosaria.
I'm feeling a lot better, thanks to Talia's remedies. She insists I rest.
How may I help you today, Clive? Come to claim your just desserts? All done?
Yeah. What's everyone whispering about?
Do you have a moment, Sid?
Which team?
Coles. They were sent to liberate a carriage of bearers before they could... They were moving in for their assault when the carriage was attacked. A Cursebreaker managed to release a Stolas amid the confusion. They should be back by now, but I've heard... I can't help...
They know the work is dangerous.
But what if I've got them all killed? Before they go out, I always remind them why we're doing this. But I never really thought how my words might affect them.
I'll go and find them.
Thank you. The plan was...
That should be enough to go on. If they were there...
Jill looked white as a sheet when they brought her back.
Clive, where have you been? I've been wanting to ask you something about Torgal. Where did you get him, like, in the first place?
My father brought him back from one of his expeditions into the Northern Territories. They were crossing a snowfield when they heard his cries, and, seeing no sign of his pack, they took him in.
What do you reckon, Tomes?
It certainly adds weight to the theory. Clive, I believe that Torgal may be no mere hound, but a rare frostwolf, an animal native to the far northern reaches of Valisthea. In one of our oldest bestiaries, I found reference to a frostwolf who served as guardian to an ancient queen of the north. Such was his mastery over ether, he could cast magics on command. His name was Fenrir.
Fenrir the Frostwolf.
Now, the annals do not state it explicitly, but I have reason to believe this queen was a dominant of Shiva, a girl from the Northern Territories and her faithful hound. One awakens as the dominant of Shiva, and the other?
You're saying that Jill granted Torgal his powers?
What?
Just like Fenrir. People called him my hound, but Torgal and Jill were inseparable. He grew up as a faithful companion to the dominant of Shiva, and years later, his powers awakened, just when his master needed him the most.
You're right. If it weren't for Torgal blasting those bastards to Kingdom Come, Jill would have been for it.
Quite. Though Torgal's power is his own, his latent birthright as a Frostwolf, it had only to be unlocked.
Oh, get you, Torgal!
You're an even finer hound than we thought.
And regarding your original concern, you need not fear for Torgal's health. Why, the beast has the appetite of a behemoth. Just this very morn, I found him with his nose buried in my nuts.
There you are! I've been looking everywhere for you. Bernard's here. I need you to introduce us so we can get to work.
I shall be a moment.
Brilliant.
It is.
Well, I couldn't have done it without you. You and everyone else. But I promise I'll pay you back. I'm going to work my fingers to the bone, just you wait.
Then I look forward. Now that that's settled, I wonder if Vivian's made any progress tracking down Kupka.
Thanks for letting me do this, Clive. I'll pay you back, I promise.
Thanks for before, son. That was a good deed you did me. Only right.
We have everything we need to begin work in earnest. And work in earnest we shall.
I think I'll wait till Mid's away to take the tour for the dungeon. Don't want to get roped into her experiments.
How goes that?
Largely in circles. We have myriad sightings of strange soldiers. If only we knew for certain.
Well, If anyone can piece this puzzle together, it's you.
What?
Would that be...
Do you know, Clive? I believe it a mercy that you didn't inherit your father's throne. Your poor people would surely live in fear of you.
You have nothing to worry about on that front.
Clive, have you got a minute? We, have a guest.
A guest?
For your trouble.
It was a pleasure, in hindsight.
Uncle Byron? Clive, my boy! Tap a cask and stoke the ovens, for your favourite uncle is here!
The Dalmekian government sues for peace. How shall we respond?
If they're willing to accept their fault in the matter, I see no reason to refuse them.
Still, we must insist on substantial reparations. Twinside stores are not as bottomless as reported.
Aye, and we have many more mouths to feed. We shall just have to have the Dalmeks empty their treasuries for us.
Of course, none of this would have been possible without your timely intervention, Prince Olivier.
Indeed, I doubt any of us would have had the courage to trade words with the mighty Titan, nor less the wit to win him over.
The Empire owes you a great debt.
May the blessing of the crystals go with you, Your Highness.
May the blessing of the crystals go with you.
Very good.
Now, let us come to the question of precisely when the Dalmeks will withdraw their troops.
Dion's fire could rid us of them in mere moments. The men of the Fist will not withdraw until a peace treaty is concluded. So let us keep the negotiations open, give them time to gather what gold and trinkets they can, and once they deliver that which we demand, what worth is a piece of parchment?
Your Radiance, were Prince Dion to take the field, the enemy would surely send their own dominant to meet him. And while His Highness would of course prevail, there would be heavy losses on both.
You need not fear Hugo Kupka. He is engaged on the Western Front. Even were the Dalmeks to send for him, he would not arrive in time. As much as I would enjoy witnessing a clash between Bahamut and Titan, it is not to be.
And what of your subjects, Your Radiance? If the fighting spread to the city proper, the people would bear the brunt of it.
There will be losses, it is true. Yet for every citizen who falls, another can be bred. For every home that burns, another can be built. The Empire will live on. Dion?
Yes, sire.
prepare for battle.
But sire...
Do not make me repeat myself. Return to your camp and await my orders.
If that is your wish, Your Radiance, I shall depart at once. May Gregor forgive you.
What do the astrologers augur?
The stars are in agreement, Your Radiance. The shadow of treachery hangs over Prince Dion.
So Annabella's tales were true. You disappoint me, Dion.
What on earth is Uncle Byron doing here? Only one way to find out.
The little uns have been up to just one thing after another around here.
Ah, my dear nephew, how I've missed you. How did you... Through the good offices of young Sir Wade. He really is the most helpful fellow. As are you, I hear. The Guardians and those they freed tell the most outlandish tales, which is why I came. To learn the full truth of the matter.
You were working with the Guardians of the Flame to evacuate the people of...
I was.
Then I have questions for you.
Gladly. There are 2,000 gold talents in those chests. See that they're added to my nephew's coffers, would you?
2,000?
And I'm afraid...
A fleet sailing south past Port Isolde. Most intriguing.
Forgive me for not being able to tell you more. I hadn't the faintest idea Kupka withdrew wounded from Rosalith. Still less that my own...
What do you think, Vivi?
I think, with this news of the Dalmekian fleet and recent reports of the Royalists' movements, that the final piece of the puzzle has come here and I'll show you. It is known that Kupka's forces entered Rosaria via its unguarded coast. So can the same be said of your visitors from Waloed? Certainly her Royal Navy is famed for the efficiency with which it bears her knights from one battlefield to the next. And in the Einherjar, or Black Galleon, she boasts a vessel nigh as swift, and every bit as feared as the kingdom's legendary cavalry. A fitting flagship for a land apart, her naval presence being crucial to her ambitions beyond Ash. Yes, it seems safe to assume that the Royalists did indeed enter Rosaria from the sea. So then, had you a vested interest in Titan's survival, whither would you take him? Why, home to Drake's Fang, a place rich enough in ether to conjure the magics needed to mend his hurts. But would that not entail an arduous voyage around the southern cape? Let us say that the Royalists did put ashore with a mind to spirit Kupka away from under your very nose. Could that truly have been their plan for him? To load him aboard one of the ships flying Republican colors sighted off the coast near Port Isolde. To spend weeks at sea, being tossed hither and yon by unforgiving waves, his life hanging in the balance. No, The journey would mean Titan's death, and Kupka's faithful creatures would not allow it. So what then was the plan of our Waluda friends? Reports suggest they made not for the coast, but for the desert. And by cutting through the Velcroy, a party traveling light would have Titan back in his bed days before a galley could lurch into port. To wit, it was the Royalists, not the Republicans, who effected Hugo Kupka's safe retreat. I would stake your life on it.
So it was the Waludas who spirited the wretch away. Now I think about it, there was something a little strange about the ships I saw. The men seemed almost crestfallen, as if in mourning, as if they believed, or were made to believe, that their master was dead.
You have a keen mind, Lord Rosfield. And you have your answer. To find Kupka, you have merely to follow the Royalist trail across the Velcroy. It may well have gone cold by now, but as they say in the Republic, all roads lead to Drake.
Allow me. As luck would have it, I had intended to journey Canberward on business after visiting you here.
I'd be glad if it. Give me a moment to make ready.
Very well, but...
Mid's finished outfit.